The news summary. Good evening. So far, 20 new cases of COVID-19 have been detected today. Most of them are in the IoT cluster, where over 70 positive cases have been recorded so far, with most of them being expatriate workers.
We have noticed that there is a general downward trend in the number of cases daily, but it is still too soon for us to say that this trend will continue. It's not a secret. IoT has publicly announced that they have an outbreak in their factory, and they are doing a lot of work to ensure that it does not get any worse. We are working closely with them. Several measures are being taken both at the factory and at the residences of the staff. We are happy with the cooperation that we are receiving from them, and we hope that we can contain the situation fairly quickly.
The authorities are also considering easing up on certain measures, which include beach access and also the opening of a few more categories of businesses other than hardware stores.
In discussion with the Attorney General, I've already spoken with the public relations person of the Seychelles Police, and we are looking at controlled access to beaches and the sea for activities like jogging, walking, swimming, kayaking, individual activities on the beach and the sea. And that will be within one or two persons within one household. So the police will still enforce the gathering order. The Office of the Attorney General has been discussing with the licensing authority to see which other services are essential for some controlled openings, such as the stationery shop and certain other essential supplies that are required to remain open for a certain time of the day.
Members of the public may now do a rapid COVID-19 antigen test for screening purposes at a fee of 1,500 rupees. The Future Care Health Clinic is the first private clinic to offer the test, where patients get their results within 2 hours. The clinic's management says this is a way to help reduce the amount of stress being put on the public health centres for tests. A standard procedure is in place to inform the Ministry of Health as well as the patient should the test turn out to be positive.
We don't do it on the normal premises where the other patients are handled. We do it in a separate area, which is even have a separate entrance, which is back of the clinic, and we only do 10 sample collection, 10 tests per day. That's the maximum we can do. Standardized procedure for COVID testing is done, and because the nurse will be in full PPE, because we want to protect our staff as well, because the staff has to go basically every week a test. We are doing a weekly testing for our staff, because our main thing is we need to protect our staff. Same time we need to look into the well-being of our patients as well.
The National Assembly has approved amendments to the Public Health Act. It has also authorized the government to withdraw over 6.2 billion rupees from the Consolidated Fund.
The Minister for Health, Peggy Vidot, who presented the amendments, said they would facilitate the ministry's tasks in its effort to control the current COVID-19 pandemic and similar pandemic that may occur in the future. One of the amendments involves a section that allows the minister to approve the use of vaccines or other medicine, even if they have not received the final approval of regulatory bodies, but they have proven to be successful in clinical trials. The other amendments give the Minister for Health power to issue regulations or guidelines that should strictly be followed by the public during a pandemic. The Public Health Authority will have the power to impose fines against people who do not follow the guidelines. However, the Minister for Health has made it clear that no one will be forced to take a vaccine if they do not wish to do so. The National Assembly has also authorized the government to withdraw over 6.2 billion rupees from the Consolidated Fund. The money is to be used to finance government expenditure until the end of April. The request has been made as the National Assembly has not yet approved the appropriation bill for the year ahead. The motion by the leader of the government business was approved without much debate. All members approved the motion.
The Minister of Finance, Economic Planning and Trade will make his first budget address on Tuesday the 9th of February at the National Assembly. The proposed budget is for a sum not exceeding 11,13,648,296 rupees. The three biggest budgets are benefits and approved programs of the Agency for Social Protection, 1,425,540,000 rupees, the Healthcare Agency 1,301,931,000 rupees, and the Ministry of Education 1,043,293,000 rupees. The Ministry of Education has announced that the Cambridge exam results for 2020 are better than that of 2019. For the A-level exams, for example, there was a 100% pass rate. In 2019, the pass rate was 96%, and in 2018, that stood at 94%. The principal for SALS, Lester Omonde, said that the institution would try to establish the factors that have contributed to the improvement in the exams results.
From last year's experience lockdown, we are more experienced and we are better prepared this year for the second lockdown. We've tried to fashion out ways and different remote learning platforms that are more conducive and more affordable with us. So we are doing a lot of work online, and we are monitoring through our different course leaders, and we have subject representatives who report to course leaders, who in turn report to the head of studies. But I'd also like to mention that just generally, that since generally the results have improved across the board, we need to learn something positive from the COVID lockdown. It has given us something positive, and we need to delve into it and to know exactly why we expected the results to be otherwise, yet the results have proven that even with lockdown, students can perform.
And with this, we come to the end of this news summary. Thank you for watching the news, and have a very pleasant evening.